Hey everyone, I'm Justin with AmericanTrucks.com, and today I'm taking a closer look at and installing the LED taillights, complete with the black housings and smoke lenses, available for your 2019 and newer Sierra 1500, equipped with factory LED taillights. Now, you should be considering these options for your truck if you're looking to convert your factory boring taillights to an option complete with a more aggressive look thanks to that black housing and smoke lens combination that will still offer great visibility thanks to the high-powered LEDs, but at the same time totally change up the look of the rear end of your truck. So maybe you're just not a fan of the plain Jane factory red taillights on your Sierra, or maybe you've busted them up in a small fender bender or mishap off-road, and at that point you're just looking for a somewhat affordable replacement. Now, if that is the case, then these are certainly going to be a great option for you, especially for the owners who prefer to go dark and more sinister with their appearance and perhaps are a fan of that aftermarket smoke lighting. At the same time, these are still going to maintain the quality LED lighting, however complete with a different appearance thanks to that combination again of the black housing and the smoke lens like we just mentioned. But not only that, but the changing up the shape of those daytime running lights here thanks to the combination of the vertical options working with your more horizontal running light here across the top. And together, I would say these do make for a very cool appearance when turned on. And again, definitely changes up the look of the rear end compared to your factory tails. Now, the entire package has been designed and built using a combination of that gloss housing topped off with an impact-resistant smoke lens. So even when the taillights are off and the truck is parked, you're certainly going to be making a pretty substantial visual statement that I think will certainly help get your truck noticed. Now, obviously that only increases once everything is fired up here. And again, those really unique running lights are seen. I think just gives this a very modern, very unique look. Now, I do also want to point out, guys, that your reverse lights will be handled by the group of bright whites found right there in the middle of your diffused LEDs. And those bright white LEDs will certainly do a great job of cutting through that smoke lens, helping with your visibility while backing up at night. Moving into our pricing segment, guys, and price point for the highly rated options coming in right around $400 a pair. Certainly pretty reasonable when compared to other full LED replacements on the site for the newer gen trucks. Now, on top of that, this is not only more affordable than other LED options that we just mentioned, but certainly going to be more affordable than going down to your local GMC dealer and grabbing a factory LED replacement. So, a few things to keep in mind there. As always, check out the rest of our selection before making your final decision. All right, last but not least here, guys, let's switch gears and get into the installation. No surprise, it's going to be a very easy day in the garage or driveway thanks to the simple plug and play install. Therefore, the site's going to call this a soft 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, taking you an hour at absolute most to complete from start to finish. But now I'm going to hand things off to my guys in the shop for our detailed walkthrough and tool breakdown. Check it out.
For this install, you will need a ratchet and a T15 Torx bit. What's up, guys? Today we're going to be doing some taillights on our Sierra, so let's get started. So we've got our tailgate open, and to get our taillight out, we have these 2 T15 Torx screws holding it in. So we'll go ahead and run those out so we can pop our taillight out and get everything unplugged. So we've got those out. We'll go ahead, pop this taillight out. Just pull right out like so. And then we can go ahead and come here to our connector. We've got a red safety tab. We'll go ahead and push that back. So we've got that pushed back. Now we'll push back down on our release tab. Go ahead and unplug our light. Set that aside. So once you've got this tail light out, you can go ahead and do the same thing for the other side. So now we're ready to go ahead and install our new tail light. So we'll start by plugging it in, and it goes same thing as the factory one, right to that plug. Make sure that snaps in. Lock that safety tab back in place. Then we'll go ahead and get our 2 locators back in. Make sure everything lines up. Go ahead and push your taillight back in. Make sure that's secure. Then we'll go ahead and reinstall our 2 T15 Torx screws, again with our Torx bit. Then once you have this one installed, you can go ahead and do the same thing for the other side. Alrighty guys, that about wraps up our review and install of our DRL LED taillights with black housings and smoke lenses for your 19 to current Sierra 1500 with factory LED taillights. Thanks for watching, and as always, for everything Sierra, keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.